Welcome to Spidel's California Minute. I'm your host, Catherine Zidane. This week, we're covering California's one-time penalty abatement program, including how it differs from the IRS's first-time abate program. Master California's tax minefields, such as conformity issues, residency, community property, and apportionment, at Spidel's Critical California Tax Issues webinar on August 26th. You can get details on topics covered and register at spidel.com under webinars. California's one-time late filing or late payment penalty abatement program for individual taxpayers operates a little differently than the IRS's first-time penalty abatement program. The primary differences are California relief is only available to individuals. It's not available to business entities, including fiduciaries, trusts, or estates. California's program is a one-time abatement program. It's not available every 4 years like it is with the IRS. A legislative change would be required to expand the program beyond individuals and to make it available more than once. And the FTB will not automatically apply one-time penalty abatement to eligible taxpayers if the taxpayer's reasonable cause penalty abatement request is disallowed. Taxpayers will have to affirmatively request relief. Taxpayers can qualify for a one-time abatement if all of the following conditions are met. The taxpayer is compliant with all tax return filing requirements. The taxpayer has not previously been granted a one-time abatement under Revenue and Taxation Code Section 19132.5, and the taxpayer has paid in full all outstanding liabilities other than the timeliness penalties they're requesting to have abated, or they arrange to pay pursuant to an installment agreement and are current on all installment payments. Taxpayers can apply for first-time penalty abatement instead of applying for reasonable cause abatement or after applying for reasonable cause abatement and being denied. Requests can be made either orally or in writing, and abatement only applies to a timeliness penalty related to one taxable year. For example, a taxpayer was liable for a $500 mandatory e-pay penalty when she failed to remit her 2022 $50,000 estimated tax payment electronically. The taxpayer had filed her 2021 return showing a tax liability of almost $90,000. She claimed that she did not receive the FTB's notice stating that she was required to make all future payments electronically and argued for the one-time penalty abatement to apply. However, failure to receive a notice is not reasonable cause, and the one-time penalty abatement only applies to timeliness penalties, such as the late payment or late filing penalties. The mandatory e-pay penalty is not a timeliness penalty, and so penalty abatement did not apply. Taxpayers can request relief by filing Form FTB 2918, One-Time Penalty Abatement for Individuals, by calling the FTB at 800-689-4776, or if the request is being made by an authorized tax professional, making the request via MyFTB Tax Pro Chat or Tax Pro MyFTB message. Taxpayers do not have to pay the penalties for which they're requesting one-time penalty abatement prior to requesting abatement. Pre-order the 2027 edition of Spidel's Analysis and Explanation of California Taxes, the most complete and best-priced California tax guide, and you'll get useful information for all California tax agencies that include how the law works, how to get it on the form, and how to fix problems with agency contact information. Order before June 19th for a discount at spidel.com under Publications. That's all for this week. Join us next time for another episode of Spidel's California Minute.